Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Michael Ayrton. I'm the CEO for Simient. We're a Microsoft Gold partner headquartered here in Brisbane in Queensland, Australia. And this afternoon we're going to show you an application that we've developed for government agencies who are involved in community consultation processes. What I'd like to do now is introduce Alex Aspinall. Alex is one of the senior consultants at Simient and responsible for developing the application that you're going to be seeing here. And we'll take you through the way that our government clients plan using this application when they go out and undertake consultation processes with the community. Over to you, Alex.
Thank you, Michael. So the application we've developed, there are two different types of users that can use this application. If you imagine when people go to forums, they may pre-register. So in that instance, we get them to provide their address and name and email address. And we can actually pre-register them as a user for the application. Obviously the other type of user is people that just walk in off the street, so an anonymous user. So I'm actually going to show you both types of user today, so you get an idea of the different options available to each person. So Michael's got a pre-registered user. He places that onto the table and that will actually start the session. Gives you a range of options. The idea is that this application could be used across a range of government departments. We actually developed this in conjunction with the Department of Infrastructure and Planning. So today we're going to look at strong, but you can imagine if it was education, it would be smart. If it was health, you'd be under healthy, etc. So if we touch strong to go into the main application. So what you're presented with is a welcome video. In this case it's the CEO of Growth Management Queensland, but it could easily be a sort of how to use the application demonstration. We'll just touch through that to get out of the way. The main application is based on Bing Maps. We've got a touch sensitive map which allows you to scroll in and out. In this case we're based around Brisbane, as this is based at Queensland Government. The first bit of functionality to show you is the map layers. We have a range of layers that we can drag down onto the map to provide context. So things like the urban footprint, we can drag that on. And as we do, you see there's a key that gets built up explaining what each colour means. So we can drag on development areas as well. So you see that builds up, and then you can just touch the dustbin to get rid of it. Alternatively, when you go into the map, you can touch the item to remove it again. With the pre-registered users, we have their name obviously, and they have a range of buttons around their card, one of which is a home button. By touching that we can zoom straight into their address and start providing information that's particularly relevant to them. So in this instance we can see that they live just inside the urban footprint, and if we switch to satellite view we can see that this area of green space along here is going to be preserved and not developed. That kind of information is interesting to people on a personal level. The second part of the application to show you is the map touch menus. When you touch on the map you get a menu pop up. It's a context sensitive menu, so based on where you are on the map we can filter the information to present the information that's relevant. So at the top we've got South East Queensland, that's kind of our all option, but in this case the person lives in Brisbane City, so we can filter the information that's specific to that area. We've got a range of categories that they can choose from, and when they select one of those categories they're presented with a range of documents, videos and images that they can view. To view one of these items they just touch on it and then just drag it onto their card. What actually happens then is a nice little viewing window pops out. In this case it's a video, so we can play the video and watch that. Over here we've got images, so we can drag those on. Let's see what else we've got. Here's a set of graphs, we can drag that on and we can start viewing density graphs for their area. All this information they can flick back through, so they can go back to things they've previously looked at. And if they want to take it away with them, they just tick the little keep box in the corner and they get a padlock appear on the left hand side. Because this user is a pre-registered user, they can email it to themselves, or alternatively, and this works for the anonymous users, everything they've marked as keep at the end of the session is saved to the cloud and they can access it through a government website. One other cool option that we have on the user menu is this camera button. When I press this, it actually takes a snapshot of the map and puts that into the user's viewing window, so they can then take that map away with them. So that provides some real personalisation to the session. We also have a correspondence button. What this will do is bring up any letters or correspondence that they've sent into the government department, so you can discuss the specific issues that individual is concerned about. We also have a feedback form, fully interactive, so they can provide feedback on the day about the session. Obviously we make this available via the website as well for people that don't want to do it on the day, or we can email them a copy. One other small option we have is this rotate button, so people on the other side of the table, we can swing the map round and allow them to view it too. I think that just about covers it in terms of functionality, so I'll hand you back to Michael.
Thank you very much, Alex. I think one of the things that we're particularly excited about is that the way that Alex has developed this application, as you can see, we've talked about regional planning and government information for community consultation, but we can see much wider applications for using this in terms of any scenario where you have people who are looking to interact with people in the community and undertake some form of community engagement. And it was our great privilege to be able to work with Microsoft as part of the Spotlight 2010 competition this year, and we certainly look forward to the opportunity to do some more surface development in the future.